Qapla, everyone, it's Bedlife. Did that out of order. Qapla, everyone, it's Bedlife for Monday, March 9th, 2020. Welcome. I hope everyone can hear me okay. Hope all is well. Yes, I'm okay. After last night's last night's extremely long 4+ hour stream. Oh man, it took quite the toll on me. I didn't get to bed for another hour afterward just because I had to calm down. Wow. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me last night, for supporting me, and we had a great stream last night that I wasn't even really planning on doing until the last minute. So thank you so much. Anyway, today 47 Yorktown asked quite early, can we keep it under 3.5 hours today? 47 Yorktown. I'm going to try. Actor says if Bird tries to go over every movie and TV show Van Sydow was in, I think we'll need the full 3+ hours. Yes, the unfortunate passing of Max Van Sydow. You know, I practiced this before I started and it's gone. The unfortunate passing of Max Von Sydow, we will bring up. I have a eulogy article up. We'll bring it up a little bit later. Max, obviously very well known in the sci-fi community. Played on Flash Gordon. I think most recently, you probably would have seen him would have been The Force Awakens. And, you know, tons and tons of movie credits in and out of sci-fi. So he died at 90 years old, okay? Max Van Sydow is a person whose death we should celebrate his life, not mourn his passing. He definitely lived a life many of us probably can't imagine. And I'm sure he endeared and not physically, but he touched so many people over the course of his life that he's certainly in that top 1% of people that improve the world through their work. And I'm gonna be honest. It's not that I thought if you would ask me name my top 10 actors, I would not have named him. But looking back at everything he's did, an incredible life. What'd you say, Mom? Right? What? He's done. Oh, okay. He's done. Yes. He out all the things he's done, incredible life, and we celebrate all he accomplished. But he lived to the ripe old age of 90, and there were no details as to how he died. Hopefully, it was quickly and without much pain, and we toast to him. I don't want to say we mourn him because I don't think he'd want us to be sad, and you can't be too. Somebody who lives a life like that, makes it to 90, we should all be so lucky. So, Max, we salute you, wherever you are. And a little later, I will read for you, Max, a prayer from the Korogan Bible. Now, this is a real book, as you can see. It is printed. It is legit. It's got pages. And the Korogan Bible is a great book. It's not a joke. It's real. And we will salute Max and just do our prayer. Even though it's not a prayer stream, it's not one of our religious streams, for Max. Whether he believes in it or not, we believe in Max. Actresses, oh, your love daylight hours thingy. Yes, we're now only 1 hour away. Nice. So yeah, Hector, yes, in the United States, for those who don't know, Sunday night, we lost an hour of sleep. Actually, Saturday into Sunday, we lost an hour of sleep. So it's a couple of weeks before Europe catches up with us, I believe. I don't know when they change their clocks, but it's not the same time anymore. Back in the early 2000s or so, I think we changed. We added a few extra weeks to daylight saving time for unknown reasons, and Europe didn't. And so now it's a bigger mess than it was, and it was a pretty big mess before. 47 Yorktown says he has just enough time to wash his hands 3 or 4 more times. Thomas Bott says hi. Welcome, Thomas. I think you were first. Carlo says hi. Hope you are well. Thank you, Carlo. 47 Yorktown says hello, young sir. Thank you, 47 Yorktown. Life with Matthew says Qapla. Berto Gray 5 and all. Qapla. Life with Matthew. And Carlo Albanese says he liked the stream. Thank you, guys. We're at 12 likes and it only started a few minutes ago. Yesterday's stream, 50 likes. 50 likes when I checked it this morning. 0 dislikes. God damn, that was a freaking amazing stream. And Martin, if you're Martin, whichever one, if you're here, I don't know if you are. The good news is that YouTube has not deposited the money into my account, so it gives me some hope that you got it back. I'll show you. We'll check it again later just to double check. But last I looked, it was not there, so I take that as a good sign. Life with Matthew says, Vertebrae, what kind of camera do you use for your streams? Well, Life with Matthew, since I read that while the intro was playing, I went ahead and pulled it up, and it is a Logitech 922X Pro Stream webcam, full 1080p HD camera, from Amazon, which you can see I've been using since June of 2019. It's a good camera. Now, what I also purchased, because it doesn't come with it, now I have it on a tripod, but what I also purchased, because it doesn't come with it, is like a lens cover. Cover, yeah, there we go. And this is actually pretty cool because it just flips over. It snaps onto the camera and it fits all the Logitech cameras that look like that, and just flips on and lets you just close and open it. Now, unfortunately, because it's all the way on the tripod, I can't reach it, but when I use it on my laptop top, then I can just close the lid if I need to, because I do not trust cameras. So if I can't physically close the cover, then I have to have electrical tape over the lens. So that's what I use Life with Matthew, for better or for worse. Thomas Potts says, Life with Matthew, I'm on a map that looks large, but both sides spawn next to each other. Interesting. What type of map? Life with Matthew says, Thomas must resist urge to play games instead of finish videos. Yeah, Life with Matthew. Not looking good for my video. Not Ryan Johnson says hello in Qapla, listening on the ride home. Very cool, Not Ryan Johnson. Captain Trek says hello, Bird of Prey. Welcome, Captain Trek. Andreas T. Hail, Bird of Prey 5. Hail, Andreas T. And Shromore says greetings, Bird of Prey, Mama Prey, and fellow nerds. Greetings, Shromore. Mama Prey says greetings back. Cinnabon says map is Cicero or something like that. Life with Matthew. Thomas is like Matthew. That round didn't last long. What are you guys doing? You playing Counter-Strike or something? Aberjim says McClunky. Don't forget to hermetically seal the doors, spray every surface, and strap in your gas mask. Bird had beans. No, I didn't have beans for dinner. In fact, I didn't have dinner yet. So as I said, it's not going to be a terribly long stream. Shronmore says, in greetings to Sassy, chaser of cats, eater of cookies, stalker of cardinals, defiler of cushions, and scourge of the squirrels. But Sassy is actually awake right now. She's lying down. Today is National Nap Day, by the way. So, yeah, feel free to take a nap. Although I can't because I'm on camera. Although, let's be honest, I've napped before. Mike Richards says, greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Never mind, COVID-19. He's got Mambo fever. Mambo fever. I don't know what Mambo fever is, but it sounds more fun than Caroga. I don't want to... everybody says you can't say coronavirus on YouTube, but I've yet to be demonetized for saying coronavirus. So, coronavirus. It's out there. Everybody's going to get it. And we'll probably be fine. Shromore says, remember to switch to live chat. Oh, thank you, Shromore. I could have sworn I did that, but it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to double check. Yosef has, oh wow, so I missed, did I miss something? No, that was the end. Okay. Well, where were we? Yes, it looks like I already missed some. Let's see. Carlos says, that was an epic stream, Bird. Thank you. Yes, yesterday was epic. JP says, hello, Jello. Thank you. Shromore Rip. Max Von Sydow. Yes, indeed. JP says, Bird streams are always epic. Oh, thank you, JP, although it's not true. Aberjam says, the last half hour of Anti-Trucker stream last night was pretty mental. Really, I watched it, but I'll be honest, I was busy doing other things, so I wasn't super paying attention by the end of the stream. Did I miss something? Oh, wait, I did. I just skipped it because it was Aberjam. I didn't skip it all. I listened to your songs, Aberjam. I listened. He played. All right. So yesterday, Anti-Trucker did what I did like the week before. And instead of, even though he said the stream was ending, he streamed for like another 35 minutes, just playing song after song after song. And yeah, I did. I skipped some of them, but Aberjam, even your original Kurogan anthem, I listened. That's right. That's what happened. That's why I don't remember, because Anti-Trucker really didn't say anything. It was just playing music. Carlos is low. He just jinxed himself. No, it's not a 24-hour stream. JP says, so he had a long and great life. He did. JP says he'd be top 100. Yeah, I would. Okay, top 100. Fine, but not to belittle the guy, but like I said, if you had asked me yesterday to name my top 10 actors, to be completely honest, I wouldn't have thought of them. But today, obviously, everybody should be thinking about him. Chris Purser says, Qapla Bird, hail chat, rip Max Von Sydow. Your journey is over, but your adventure shall live on. Great words, Chris. Loki's Mornings of Mischief, Bird of Prey, thank you again for letting me know this morning, brother. You are welcome, Loki. For those who don't know, Loki's Mornings of Mischief, a.k.a. Stone Cold Loki. Loki does a morning show, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. I am there every chance I can get. you guys please subscribe to Loki's Mornings of Mischief. Every day it's a different subject. Some days he has guests on. Maybe one day it'll be me. We'll see. But and it's always a great fun time. And to make sure he doesn't have epic length 4-hour streams like I sometimes do, and I'm falling asleep on the stream, he tries to limit them to about 45 minutes to like an hour tops. So the stream doesn't go on too long. He goes in, he talks about what he wants to talk about, and then 45 minutes to an hour later, we're done. Which I wish I could be that disciplined, but I'm not. So he does great morning stream. Generally, nobody else is streaming at that time, so it's a really good time for him to do it. And like I said, there's really no excuse. I mean, not excuse. As long as you can be there, you should be there. It's great fun. And this morning, I happened to be listening to Loki, and I looked at my Twitter, and I saw that Max had passed away, and I saw nobody else had mentioned it in the stream, so I typed it in just figuring that, Loki would say a couple of words, and, we miss Max, and Godspeed, and, he was a great guy, but, man, Loki really, really loved Max, so basically the whole rest of the stream became a dedication to Max Von Sydow. I have a problem with names. You know this. But the whole stream became a dedication to Max. And in fact, the end of this month, Loki's going to do his first movie night. And unless minds have changed, the decision was to be Flash Gordon would be the first movie in honor of Max. So, yes. That's what happened this morning, for those who missed it. Mr. Londell says, Qapla, Mr. Londell. Captain Track says hi to Cinnabon Bunny. Carlos says, Hail Kuroga indeed. Captain Track says hello to Loki's Mornings of Mischief. Captain Track is almost always there too. Loki is hailing Captain Trek. And Chris Perzer. JP says there's a church of Kuroga. Is there a church of Kuroga yet? Just belonging to Kuroga, you're already part of Kuroga. It's not like a set church. It's not like a set building you go to. Just identifying as Kurogan makes you part of the Kurogan flock. So that's fine. Chris is hail brother to Loki's Mornings of Mischief. Josh Street says death to Kuroga. No, death to Kuroga the bunny haters. No, we don't hate bunnies. Now, the venomous bunnycorns, on the other hand, those are worse than tribbles. People are hailing and helloing back and forth. Chris Burns and Bird Pray, the UK changes time on March 22nd. So, okay, we're like 3 weeks plus before the UK changed. I guess 3 weeks exactly before the UK changed, we changed. And so it'll be a while. Thank you, Chris. Shrumor says we changed Fox the last Saturday in March. There you go. Yes. I don't know why you guys didn't change when we changed. I don't know why we changed to begin with. So we should just kill daylight saving. If I swear to God, if Joe Biden comes out tomorrow and says, if you elect me, I'm going to end daylight saving time, I'll vote for the guy. Yep. I know, because he already promised he's going to cure cancer. So, I mean, that'd be the bonus. But if just curing daylight saving time, I would take that. The cure for cancer he promised, that would be the bonus. So, yeah. And whatever candidate promises to end daylight saving time, whether it's Biden or Bernie, or Warren, who's out, but maybe she'll come back, or Hillary Clinton jumps in the race. I don't care. I will vote for them, because that is how much I despise daylight saving time. And if nobody promises, then you know who I'm voting for. The same person I wanted to win, but didn't vote for last time. Josh reads his Bird of Prey. We demand the 24-hour bird stream that you owe us. I don't owe you a 24-hour bird stream. Maybe if we get to 100,000 subscribers, maybe I will attempt a 24-hour bird stream. But I'm not even promised. Maybe we'll do 12 hours at 50,000, and we'll see how it goes. And there's going to be a lot of Geloja breaks, let me tell you. Captain Trax says Loki's Mornings of Mischief. Chris Berger, you should visit Mamo Prey on Thursday. Yes, guys, the Mamo Prey 5 channel, Thursday, Mamo Prey will be streaming while I'll be working on my Star Trek Picard review. The afternoon sometime, like 1 o'clock, plus or minus a couple hours Eastern time. Yeah, we're not sure exactly, but to get to Mamo Prey channel, go to birdoprey5.com. And you can find a link to the Mamo Prey 5 channel, as well as the Birdo Prey 5X channel, which, again, everybody should be subscribed to, especially if you like the live streams. Because occasionally I'll have to stream live streams on the Birdo Prey 5X channel. Like if I have a video that's doing particularly good on the main channel, I'll stream on the X channel. Also, the X channel, I'll do videos that just don't really, maybe they're a little bit more political, or they just don't fit in with the Star Trek sci-fi stuff of this channel. So I will do them on the Birdo Prey 5X channel. The X is for experimental, not for X rating, just so you know. Nathaniel Thorne says, Birdo Prey, it was an epic stream. Thank you, Nathaniel. Qapla, welcome. Sassy, say hello to Nathaniel. Aberjam says, do you Ming the Merciless take the Earthlings to be your Empress of the Hour? The user to use her as you will, and not blast her into space until such time as you grow wary of her. I do. I flash forward. And Captain Track puts in the Mamo Prey link. Thank you. A link to the Mamo Prey channel. There we go. Miss Londell says a Logitech webcam. I have the 920 with the built-in microphone. Well, I think they all have built-in microphones. You know what? The thing is, I had a 920 and I upped it to the 922. I actually have the 920 as a backup in case something happens to this. But the 922, it was worth the upgrade for me. It looked a little bit better, and it did a little better in darker light, and to be honest, my lighting here is far from ideal. So. JP says, Bird of Prey, a lot of streamers run with that Logitech model. The one I have actually has the lens cover built in. Yes. Logitech makes some serious quality stuff. Yeah, and that's the thing. I saw some that shipped with the lens cover. And that's what made me think, hey, I can probably buy this third party. And then it was there. Yeah. So if you can get it with the lens cover, that's cool. Like-minded Bird of Prey, thanks. I'm using the C930. I don't think I'm getting the most out of it, though. Well, I'll tell you, even with XSplit, for some reason, the default on XSplit from the webcam is that it only takes it at 720p. Like, I have to go into XSplit and edit the camera settings to get it at the 1080. And then, even then, I'm not even sure if YouTube is even broadcasting it at 1080 all the time. And I know this camera would be far better if I had like decent lighting, but I don't. What I have is there's a light in my dining room over there. There's a light in my kitchen over there, and we've got some light coming in from the blinds over there, and that's it. When I'm streaming at night, in fact, had this been by the time the stream's over, it'll probably be completely dark out. Like usually when I was streaming before the time change, it was already dark out. So if I'm streaming at night, there's no light coming from that side at all, except now I have this monitor here. So now I got a little bit of light from there. Joseph has the 500 series Logitech webcam. It's 720, but I think streaming more, it is. And guys, again, the camera is the least of your worries when you're streaming. A 720p webcam is more than enough for web streaming. Your microphone, your audio, it's far more important. Things. I mean, hell, people. Doomcock will probably never live stream with a camera in his entire career. And he just live streams with an avatar. So, you don't even need a camera when you live stream. It's helpful, don't get me wrong. I can tell you guys like it better when I'm on camera. I consistently get higher numbers of viewers when I'm on camera than when I'm just as the avatar for God knows what reason, because certainly you guys are not coming here for my looks, but it's the math. The math doesn't lie. The streams where I'm on camera do better than the streams where I'm not. But it doesn't have to be a great camera. It just has to be a decent camera. And just about any camera you can get is a decent camera. Especially the Logitech ones. Indie Tiger says, hi all, welcome Indie Tiger. Epic Beard says, hey nerds, birds, PSA, don't forget to flush the turds. Indeed. Indeed, that reminds me of back when we were having water issues, water shortages in New York back in the 80s, and if it's pea, let it be. If it's brown, flush it down. That was the advice Mayor Koch gave us. Sci-Fi Nation says, greetings, Brittle Prey, Mama Prey, Sassio Prey, and fellow nerds. Hail Karoga, and down with the evil turds, and yes, Sci-Fi Nation, indeed. Abajim says, coronavirus, I dare you to look in the mirror and say it 5 times. No, not that good. Joseph says, we have about 7 cases of the COVID virus. All schools are closed and all public activities are canceled. I gotta tell you, my college, my university I went to, Mama Prey saw it today. They canceled all classes for the week because one student might have it, or was with somebody who might have had it. So canceling it for the week. Another major university, Columbia University in the city, they've canceled classes. I understand, I get it, but and you know what? We might as well just go to this now, because I was going to bring it. So we got our latest map. Iceland is up to 58 cases. The U.S. is at 600 plus. Italy's over 9,000. China doesn't update their number very often, so I don't know. I don't trust them. South Korea is up to 7,400. Japan's over 1,100. But these numbers are only because there's so few test kits available, and we're only testing the sickest people. It's very possible that there would be thousands, tens of thousands, possibly 100,000 people in the U.S. that currently have the virus, but the vast majority of them are going about their lives. And, they will go about their lives. Now, there's the thing. There's this number called the basic reproduction number, or R0, or R0, depending where you're from. It's RO, R0, it's R with a little 0 in front of it. So they call it R0, the naught for 0. Anyway, that's not what I want to be at. R0 tells you, on average, how many people will be infected by any single infected person with the virus. Now, here is the R0 for common diseases. Measles has the greatest R0 of 12 to 18 people, because it's an airborne. And that means that any one person who has measles, you can reasonably expect them to infect another 12 to 18 people. I can't pronounce that one, but smallpox, obviously, this doesn't count because a lot of people are now vaccinated. Again, this would be if you're unvaccinated. So measles, there's vaccinations for. Smallpox was 5 to 7 people. Polio was 5 to 7 people. Where was it? Okay, chickenpox isn't up here. Rubella, 5 to 7. Mumps, 4 to 7. And here is COVID-19. COVID-19. This is coronavirus. It's an airborne droplet, and it is somewhere between 2.2 and 3.9 people will be infected on average per person who has the disease. So that is a lot more than the typical flu, actually it's not a lot more than typical flu. Your regular influenza virus is also airborne droplet contamination, and it's 2 to 3. So we're at 2.2 to 3.9. So let's even say it was 4. It's slightly more contagious than your regular flu. It is not 100 times more contagious. I've seen people say it's 100 times more contagious than the regular flu. It is not. It is, here is the numbers. Here is the math. It is, if we say the flu is 2 and the coronavirus is 4, it's double. It's double. Though maybe it's not 100 times more contagious. It might be 100%. It's very odd. It's twice as much. So yeah, the risk is twice as much. It's not 100 times as much. So people are throwing around numbers that they don't understand. And to be honest, it's even less than SARS, the first SARS. I mean, this is SARS 2. Now, the first SARS, that we had was between 2 and 5. So it's really everything we see. It's actually less less contagious than the first SARS. So barely more contagious than influenza. Now, the death rate, yes, the death rate is higher than influenza, but it's not 100 times higher than influenza. It's not 10 times higher than influenza. It's between 2 to 5 times higher than influenza, but there are years where there are bad influenzas that are 5 times higher than the average influenza to begin with. So, from what we're looking at right now, we have no reason to believe that this is going to be much worse than just a bad influenza year. Now, the problem is, this is not in place of influenza. All the people who are going to die and get influenza are still going to get influenza and possibly die. It's not that it's either or. So this is another disease that's out there. So yes, it's still bad, but it's not. This is not a plague that we've never seen before. It's not. It's the panic that's going to get people. It's the panic. Now it's spread to toilet paper. That people are fighting over toilet paper in stores, not only in the United States, in Australia. In Australia, people are fighting over toilet paper in stores. And Australia only has 78 cases. Okay? It's not 78 plus. 78 cases completely. And they're already fighting over toilet paper. It's crazy. It's crazy. And it's upsetting. And, man, the Dow...
Here's what we know.
No,
there have been
shit.
more than 3,800 deaths.
Shut up. Sorry. I can't have you talking YouTube. Fox would not like that. But yeah, a lot of the Dow took a beating today. They even closed trading for a short time. Soon, though, I imagine it will turn around. So, yeah, I probably wouldn't be putting money into the market yet, but I would be getting it ready to put in once it turns. Now, oil is the main problem. Oil is down, but that's going to be good in the long run for most people. It might be bad for the oil companies, but for everyone else, that's going to be good. Lower travel costs, lower gasoline costs, lower heating costs, lower everything. That will stimulate the economy once this panic is over. So that's actually a good sign. I wouldn't worry about that. And then, then we're going to talk about Max Von Sydow, revered star of The Exorcist, which I didn't see. and the seventh seal was 90. And whoops, daisy. There we go. He started appearing as Jesus in George Stevens' The Greatest Story Ever Told, receiving Golden Globe nominations for Hawaii in 1966 and the title character in The Exorcist in 1973. 2 Oscar nominations. Bill August 1987, Pele the Conqueror. I didn't see that. No idea. And more recently, his supporting role in Stephen Daldry's 9/11 pick, Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close. Again, that's not something I saw, I'll be completely honest. Showcasing his enduring versatility, the 2000 Sora Von Sydow take roles in box office hit Rush Hour 3, Julian Shambles' Canis award-winning pick, The Diving Bell, again, not something I watched, and The Butterfly. And then Martin Scorsese on Shutter Island, and Steven Spielberg on Minority Report, which I did see. Minority Report, and Game of Thrones. He was in Game of Thrones, which, as Doomcock said, I think he said, he said he was wasted. His talents were wasted in the Star Wars Force Awakens. But I liked him in Game of Thrones. I liked him in Force Awakens. He's just a, he's one of those guys. You see him, he's a good guy. It's I don't think he's played a bad part in his life. Max Von Sydow will say a short prayer. I'm gonna find it. There it is. This is the general Kurogan prayer. We give it to Max Von Sydow. Let us pray. O bird, our featherly father, supreme leader of Kuroga, give us the strength and wisdom that will make us better Kurogans. Watch over us and our ships whenever we battle. Endow us with the platinum and uranium so that we can spread the word of bird. And watch over Frank Sinatra, the earthly proof that Kuroga is real. With honor in our hearts and truth from our mouths, we will win any battle. And any time Sassy or any beagle howls, let us be reminded of these words. Qapla. We will always remember you, Max. Where is the Kurdistani Bible? I tell you, there isn't one. Okay. Back to the chats. Shrumore says, greetings, sci-fi. Nathan Aberjam says, you listen to the original anthem, bird, that has to sting. I listened to the original anthem. Actually, I've heard it before, Aberjam. I heard it before, but yeah. It's not so fond, the original anthem. That's why I requested changes be made. And I'm very glad that you made those changes. But let it be known it was not under duress. Captain Trax says, Aberjam, at least your songs are available on a certain Discord. Yes, Captain Trax, Discord. Mike Richards says, hashtag free Aberjam. Aberjam is free as far as we know. Captain Trax says, Bird of Prey, you must come on Thursday. To what? To Mamo Prey stream? Aberjam says, you mean this one. That's probably it. Josh Street says, hashtag free sassy Mamo Prey and Aberjam. These people are not being held captive. Although my hospital bed is now alarming. So Mama Pray's got to get up. Loki says, thank you, brother. You are welcome, Loki, if you're still here. Rock Solid wants the Dear Bops. We will get to the Dear Bops, Rock Solid. Captain Track says, yeah, you're good, Mom. You're not going to be on the screen. Okay, you're not going to be on camera. So you guys are going to watch me sink down, probably, as the air goes out of the bed. We're going to have to look at the codes and see what's going on with this bed again. It seems to always happen when I'm streaming. Captain Trax is that one. Number one, Cyber Bird of Prey. Tell Mama Bray I love you more and more and more. She's heard. Chris, I break my vow and raise a toast to Max. Thank you, Chris. Everybody does. Epic Beard says, Flash, aha, savior of the universe, Flash. He'll save every one of us. Rock Solid says, Strange Brew is Max Von Sydow's finest performance. I cannot confirm or deny. Number one, Sci-Fi Bird of Prey. What did you say about Loki's Warnings of Mischief? It's a great show at 9 a.m. Eastern. Everybody should be there. Chris Bruce and Bird of Prey, any advice on how to make bunny corn sausages? No. But I just suggest you don't. You can never be so sure you get the venom sac out. It's like blowfish. Very poisonous. JP's is Bird of Prey. You need to make the Church of Kuroga an actual religion and cash in on those sweet, sweet tax incentives. That's the plan, JP's. That's the plan. Ozzy NF's is Bird of Prey. How come you don't like daylight saving time? First, it's saving. There's no S. But I don't like it because I don't like changing the freaking hour of the day for no goddamn good reason. Okay? Let's just pick a time. Let's just pick a time and stick with it. I like routine. Okay? When you break routine, all types of bad shit happens. Both personally and outside. People start having heart attacks. Cars crash. People die. Like, people are dying because of daylight saving time. Literally. It is causing deaths. Because of what? We saved, 2 cents on fuel? Because what? Farmers? Are there even any goddamn individual farmers? I'm sorry, DJ Odyssey. You can just go out an hour early. You don't have to wait for the time of the day to go out and plow the field, right? If one day you want to plow the field at 7 a.m. and the next day you want to plow it at 6 a.m., who's stopping you? Certainly not daylight saving time. You know, clocks don't stop you. Just plow the fields whenever the F you want. We need consistent time as human beings. So I don't care if we split the difference and we just, what used to be 2 a.m. becomes 2:30 a.m. or 1:30 a.m. or we just choose permanent daylight saving time or permanent standard time. I don't care. I don't care which it is. We just got to make that choice and live with it. Darth Maul says, even Trump, especially Trump. If Trump says he's going to end daylight saving time, I'd vote for him too. Except for the fact that if he says it, then the Democrats would automatically become totally against ending it for whatever reason. They would make up a reason. God just donated $1. How dare you make a Bible? I shall rain destruction on Kuroga. God, read the Kurogan Bible. You are, it is not offensive to you in any way whatsoever. But I will believe that was really God because he got kissing Dax on the first try. So, props to God. Fist bump. Heavenly fist bump. Carlos's Bird of Parade's very dark in the mines. I don't think it's a dragon that's down here. Please, can I have a torch to see what it is? Carlo, are you in the mines? How did you get in the mines? You should have taken a flashlight. Cinnabons' Bird of Prey. What if Biden promises to end daylight savings time, but Trump promises to fill the subways with concrete? Oof. Oof, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I would probably still go with the daylight saving time. Because the president, I don't know that he has the power to fill the New York City subway with concrete. Now, if the mayor, whoever runs for mayor promising to fill the subways with concrete, they've got my vote for mayor or governor. But president, I don't think he could do it. Jerome Morris's Bird of Parade, Crazy Joe may promise remove daylight savings, but he probably won't remember with all that hair to sniff. Epic Beard says you heard it here first. Bird is doing a 12-hour stream at 5,000. No, I didn't say 5,000 subs. I said 50,000 subs. Josh reads his Bird of Prey. You said when you got to 1,000 subscribers, you'd do a 24-hour stream, and we're still waiting for it. I did not say that, Josh Street. If you could find it, then I will eat my words. But I am 100% sure I never said that. Because I know I could not do a 24-hour stream. Abba says, Bird, you could easily do a 24-hour stream. I mean, where else are you going to go? Well, I guess I could. It would just be a pain for Mamo Prey. I guess if we streamed without the camera, I could stream for 24 hours. But it just seems like it would be really boring 90% of the time. And I guess they can listen to me sleep if they want. Yeah. Well, when I sleep, I could leave the camera on if you just see my face. That's fine. Oh, but I would wake up and... See, the problem is I wake up and I Jaloja, and sometimes I don't even remember that I did that. So, I guess I better keep the camera off. Because otherwise, you guys... that could go very bad. That could go very bad very quickly. Cause of Bird of Prey, you have been polite to Alexa today. Ask her how she feels. Alexa, how do you feel? Wow. I'm impressed. Cancel. Alexa says she's feeling... Cancel. She says she's feeling super productive. She set a gazillion timers. And now she's brushing up on her Klingon. That's what she said. As a dyslexic... Oh, anti-tricker. Anti-tricker says, as a dyslexic, I'm asking myself every night, is there a dog? I highly question if that was even anti-tricker. Because I have a feeling that's not a question he asks. He knows there's a dog. But whoever it was. Thank you. Yes, it was a chuckle. You got a chuckle. And a chuckle out of Mama Fred. So there you go. Yeah, brushing up on her Klingon. Impressive. Rock says Captain Kirk just donated $2. Excuse me. What does God need with a super chat? What does God need with a super chat? If it was God you were super chatting, then they would be tax deductible. Rock says there's going to be a lot of Jaloja breaks, and Bird of Prey will leave the mic on 59% of the time. That is a highly exaggerated number. Josh Street puts in a YouTube link where Bird shows his porn flex. That is certainly can't be true, but how can I not click on it? Oh, the link, that's the link to the Bird of Prey 5X channel. Thank you. Is that Joseph? Thank you, Josh Street. Thank you, Josh Street. Tubian. Oh, Tubian, you're back. Says Bird of Prey Qapla. A hail rip Max Von Sydow. Great actor, indeed. Darren Wagner says Bird of Prey. That son of a bitch anti-tracker didn't put the Amazon link to my book on the Submariner video description again. Darren, you guys need to unionize and get better representation. Tubian says rock solid, but 25% different. I'm afraid I missed whatever that was. Captain Trek is Bird of Prey. Go fund me. Thank you, Captain Trek. The Continuums is quickly popping by to drop a like and say hi, everyone. Hope you're all well. How are you, Bird of Prey? Welcome to Continuum. If you're still here, I'm doing well enough, my friend. Guys, check out the Continuums channel when you get a chance. Another great YouTuber. People are saying hello to Continuum. Carlos says it's good to see friends. Indeed. Rockstar says, Darren, I provided full write-ups, tags, and such to the same son of a bitch 3 times and he never used it, so I stopped providing it. Wow. Wow. You guys need leadership. You guys need union leadership. I know a guy, Rocco. If you need help, Rocco is great union rep. John Street says a stable internet connection with more than 1 megabit per second is more important than a webcam. Absolutely. Absolutely. You want at least 10 megabits per second, and preferably more. Rocksolid says Tubian, actually it's only 24.8% different. Oh, then it doesn't count. Carlos says it's over 9,000. What's over 9,000? John Street, Bird of Prey, the map reminds me of the game Plague Inc. Yes, it does. In fact, the whole situation reminds me of Plague Inc. Captain Track says to continue. I'm sorry, Red Turd Day for me. I'm sorry to hear that, Captain Track. Joe Lau, hail Bird and family and chat. Thank you, Joe Lau. Hail. Captain Track, Bird of Prey, what is the website you're looking about the coronavirus? Well, one of them was Wikipedia, but let's see. I'm assuming you mean the map. The map is from the New York Times. I will put that link in. I will put that link in the chat. That is the New York Times, quote, interactive coronavirus map. They update it multiple times a day. John Street says, that can be, Carlo, is the scooter broken? Uh-oh. Actors of Bird of Prey, you should use this far better dashboard from John Hopkins. Oh, okay. Well, I will take a look at that. Let's see. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Total confirmed 113.5. Oh, man, this is a much scarier map. There we go. Thank you so much. I will change from the New York Times map to this. Oh, wow. You see, total recovered. You see, look at this. Okay, I don't have it up, but total recovered from coronavirus is 62,496. See, that's a number we don't hear a lot. That is a number we don't hear a lot about. And that, let's face it, that's at least as important a number as how many are sick, is how many recovered. So there you go. There you go. This is the link that was put in, the coronavirus by John Hopkins. Total deaths, just under 4,000. Total recovered, over 62,000. And confirmed cases of, they're going down to the number, which, while precise, I don't know how accurate it is, of 113,500.
Who's been holding up the damn elevator?
God just donated $1. First, I don't need a super chat. Second, Bird, because you claim to be me, I decided to give you what you always wanted. Millions of orphans. Millions of orphans. And where are we? And I missed it. So I got to go to the dashboard. Millions of orphans who will work in the mines until they die. Then they will be given your address in hell. So you're going to send millions of innocent orphans to hell. Wow. Wow, God. That is one effed up move. You heard it here. He's going to send the innocent orphans to prison. Not to prison, to hell. To hell. It's even worse. To hell. So, okay. This is a crazy map. Thank you, though. I love maps. For those who don't know, I love maps. I can stare at maps for hours. I study maps. I study globes. I used to always have a globe as a kid, okay? When I was growing up, I always had a globe in my room. Now, unfortunately, my globes didn't last more than a couple months because I would get angry about something, and the first thing I would look to smash was the globe, which, and yes, I know it was my, if psychologists would say, well, that was me wanting to destroy the world. So I would always go for the globe and I would just crush it. And so I always had to buy new globes. I'm happy to say that the globe I've had for almost 18, 20 years. I've gotten my anger under control. Much better. Even before I ended up in the hospital bed, the anger issues were far better. But as a kid, as a teenager, constantly either ripping maps up because I'd get mad, or I'd smash my globes. And it doesn't take a lot to know that I was lashing out at the world. God must be Q in disguise. Sounds exactly like something that arrogant fool would do. Thank you. Captain Kirk for the $1. So Captain Kirk knows Q. So thank you, Captain Kirk. Oh man, yeah. Lot of broken globes over the lives. Loki says, I'm not going near hospitals for a long time. Well, let's hope, Loki, you don't have to. Alexander Brooks says, hi guys, welcome Alexander. Anti-Trekker, Bird is I'm not defending the virus. Loki says, they've proven it was cooked up in a lab. Have they proven it was cooked up in a lab? I keep hearing it was. I don't think anybody's proven it. Rock Solid says, wake me up when we get to Deer Plot. Sorry, I'm almost too boring for you, Rock Solid. Star Trek Theory says, maybe I just like living in fear. I think a lot of us. I don't know that we like it, but we certainly do everything we can to do it. To be self-fulfilling prophecies. Actor says, Loki, you shouldn't unless the symptoms are severe. Right. Shrumwush is 30 plus cases in Ireland, bird of prey, but probably 10 times people who don't show symptoms. Exactly. Alexander Brooks says, let the grid go down. I don't need it. Well, I do. We don't want the grid to go down. JP says, bird of prey, so it's like Pokemon. All these diseases, you have to go out and try to catch them all. No. Do not try to catch them all. Thomas says, we're all going to die. No, Thomas. Well, yes, we are all going to die one day. That is true. But we're not all going to die because of this virus. Actor says, yeah, in this country we have far worse things. In every country there are far worse things. Carlos and Brother Pray, the main problem is that we don't have a vaccination for everyone, so it's more likely to spread. God just donated $1. Let me be clear, the orphans will not be suffering in hell. But as part of their heavenly reward, wow. As part of their heavenly reward, they can do anything they want to him without fear of punishment. Also, Darren is right, the world is flat. Oh, okay, God just confirmed the world is flat. And orphans can go, or anybody, I assume, you can go to hell if you want to go to hell, even if you're in heaven. We are answering so many questions today on the afterlife. I should feel like I should notify the Pope. Carlos says the main problem is that we don't have a vaccination for everyone, so it's more likely to spread. But people panic buying will help spread it more, with more people going to the shops. And what is this? Thomas Potts. What did you send, Thomas? Okay. Better be worth it, Thomas. China's first biosafety level 4 lab has been put into operation in Wuhan, central China, whereby it's capable of experimenting with highly pathogenic microorganisms. The lab will conduct research in antivirus drugs and vaccines. Okay, but what's the date? There's no date on this. Oh, from 2019 or 2018. Really? From 2019 or 2018? That's the closest they can give us to a date? So it looks like Thomas has a Twitter post that says what I just read, but there's no definitive date on it. But yes, I did hear that there was a new lab in China in the same, city that the virus started in, presumably. So, but there's no actual evidence it came from the lab. Josh Reed, Bird of Prey, toilet paper that should be $15 is now $30 near me in South Texas. That's actually not that bad. At least you can get it. Tubian says, Thomas Botch, you're not wrong. JP says, yes, oil is down in Saudi Arabia. Russia are trying to flood the market right now. Joe Lau, people just not thinking straight. If you bought toilet paper, you'd be virus free. No, they're buying toilet paper because the fear is the supply lines will get interrupted, and that there could, you might have a month or two without toilet paper on the store shelves. And what are you going to do? Cut up paper towels, use light napkins. It would become an issue. Is it likely to become an issue? Well, now that everybody's running out in panic buying toilet paper, it might be. But is there any reason? The virus doesn't give you the runs. So it's not like the virus should cause anyone to use more toilet paper than they were using before. But if for whatever reason, your neighborhood gets quarantined and you're not allowed to go out to the store and nobody's going to deliver you toilet paper, you want to have basics like toilet paper. You want to have basics like Spam and canned foods. We got rid of that Spam at the wrong time. Q donated $2. Hey God, the day you actually become an omnipotent being, then you can start playing with feeble minds of humans. Until then, back off this buckaroo. This is my domain. Wow, Q has some strong words. Thomas Bonds, donate to Bird, an anti-tracker to stop the coronavirus. You can donate. I can't promise I can stop the virus. Stromore says, we have the Green Party here in Ireland. They will see a drop in oil prices as the best time to raise taxes. That is true. Adega Outlaw says, hail Bop, Adega. Though not the comet that everybody killed themselves with. Darren says, I like Max Von Sydow's more obscure work, like Conan the Barbarian, The Wolfman, 2020, and Citizen X. As you would, Darren. No, I mean, that's cool. I didn't see any of those. JP says he was also in Robin Hood. Thomas Bott, Bird of Prey, Inter Amon Emin Sentiat Legis is on BBC America right now. I had DS9 on all day. God just donated $1. Oh, by the way, if any of you filmmakers are watching this live stream, please stop making the rounds, or he'll played by Rottweilers. The hounds are actually beagles. Also, FUQ, you are not omnipotent. Wow, you are not omnipotent. Also, Darren, I fixed Anti-Tracker's mistakes. After all the views, right? After he got 90% of the views, just like YouTube. Oh, I fixed your mistake. I remonetized your video. After he got 90% of the views. And just like that, Anti-Tracker or God, whoever it was that intervened, after all the views come in, then he fixes the mistake. I see what game he's playing. Actresses, don't forget his stellar appearance, The Force Awakens. I was like, oh, Von Sydow, now we have an excellent actor for sure. He's dead. Thomas Bird Bible is a sin. It is not. It is not. Star Trek Theory says, Ask on Sydow was in Walt Disney in Black Hole in 1979. I guess he meant he's probably talking, and Google translated it. Listen. So Max Von Sydow was in Walt Disney The Black Hole in 1979. It's possible. Number one sci-fi Bird of Prey, new picture from episode 8 of Picard are now online. Oh, very cool. We'll take a look at that a little later. Joseph says, where can I get the book? Is there a signed copy? It is not yet for public release. I alone right now can talk. See, the problem is it's written in Perogan, ancient Perogan, and nobody can really translate it but me. So it's going to be a while before I can get you guys out an English translation. Actors is a single sin, Thomas. Captain Trey, Bird of Prey, is that lightning I hear? No, I hope not. It's pretty beautiful out. I was debating doing a share life, but I just wasn't up to it. Thomas says every page, every word is a sin. Wow. Josh reads his breaking news just in. Coronavirus has been found to be more deadly than Black Death. Is that a joke or I don't know. The plague, that would be, those numbers we just saw wouldn't show that. Carlos says Qapla, hail Karoga, Qapla, Carlo. Actor says the Necro Omicron versus the Karoga Bible, who would win? The Karoga Bible wins every time. Cinnabon says the book no one would object to burning. No burning. Thomas says the Turtistani Bible is the real Bible that God wrote. Q just donated $2. This is so typical. Inferior beings like God, always resorting to name calling when they have no actual argument. I feel like there's some type of proxy war going on here between God and Q. Thomas says the Turtistani Bible is the real Bible that God wrote. Sure it is. Josh reads his Bird of Prey, the Krogan Bible is fake. It doesn't say anything about Frank and Freddy. Well, that's because they're not true. Bernie Sanders just donated $1. Vote for me and free Momo challenge for everyone. Feel the burn 2020. Actress is speaking of toilet paper, the Turtistani Bible. Yes. Thomas says, yes, burn that book. Shromor says, hail Karoga, God Emperor, Bird of Prey. May, in his wisdom, cause the yellow cake uranium orphans of Karoga to dig deeper and bring forth the bounty of sweet uranium. Indeed. Actors is 2 pages XUs. 2 pages XUs. Chris Bird and Bird of Prey, you know full well the Turtistani Bible is written on toilet paper. It is. It's a scroll. You just pull it out. And it's just the longer you pull it out, the more you see until you get to the end. Shroudmore says hashtag free anti, indeed. Epic Beard says I read the Anarchist Bible, aka the Anarchist Cookbook. It was a good read, learned much. I did too, back in the day. Back in the old IRC days on hashtag, how was it? Hashtag channel anarchy. Yeah. Those days. Crazy days. I wonder if any of that stuff works. You learn how to make a bomb with a tennis ball and match heads. A lot of work. I got bored real quick. Never finished. Captain Trax is Bird of Prey. No Thursday on Loki's Mornings of Mischief. Oh, no Thursday. Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm not there on Thursdays. But no, he's been doing it on Thursdays. He's been doing Picard reviews on Thursdays. I'm not there on Thursdays because I'm working on my review. But I know I've seen him go on. Shromore says the Aberjam escape alarm. Get him sassy. Alexander says hello to Mama Prey. Number 1 Sci-Fi says, oh my, your bed is alive, indeed. The real Bernie Sanders has donated $1. The last guy was probably Uncle Creepy Hands Joe Biden, being his senile self. Again, don't listen to that schmuck. Oh, that sounds like Bernie. It sounds like Bernie. Yeah. Do you know, so for those who don't know, Biden accidentally said that he needed to re-elect Donald Trump or something in one of his speeches the other night. So Trump retweeted it. His actual unedited video is that we need to re-elect Donald Trump, when he meant to say that we need to stop the re-election of Donald Trump. But Trump retweeted it, and then Twitter put a warning on the video that Trump retweeted, warning it was a manipulated media. But of course it wasn't. And then Twitter finally relented and took it off, but it was a big embarrassment. someone at Twitter just, I don't know if they assumed it was manipulated or they were just trying to see if they could get away with doing it. But as soon as they put it on, everybody was calling them out. They're like, that's not manipulated. If they were trying to hide the fact that Biden said that, then 10 times as many people found out that Biden said that because they said that it was manipulated when it wasn't. So I don't know when they're going to use this manipulated media warning. They should just delete the video. If it's a really manipulated video, then just delete it. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they bother. I don't know why they bother. Yeah, sassy. Thomas says your bed alarm doesn't go off as much as it used to. Well, no, because it was fixed for it cost hundreds of dollars, and we fixed it, and it had been good for months, and then it started going off every so often. Cinnabon says the hospital bed alarm is actually orphan escape in progress. Jaws Reed says, low bird of prey, Mount Prey is armed to Krogan virus bioweapon, so you will free Sassy, her, and Aberjam. Epic Beard says, Bird sang a Queen song, yay me. Joseph says, I'm sorry and I apologize, mean the same thing, except at a funeral. Doc Jambroni says, greetings from the Med Bay to the Med Bed. Qapla, Doc Jambroni. Alexander says, daylight saving time sucks ass and it needs to go away. I agree. Agnes says, the Epic Beard, any good tip about riots or pillages in that anarchist Bible? Joseph says, daylight saving time is a real clock stopper. Epic Beard says, it's been years, Hector. He may have to reread.
Oh, yeah.
The real Bernie Sanders just donated $1. Uncle Creepy Hands also said he was running for the U.S. Senate at one of his rallies last week. What a putz. He said a lot of things. He confused his wife and his sister. I feel bad for the man. Where are we? Two Beans is Bird of Prey. Yes, I think daylight saving time started back when a lot of people had farms and grew their food, which makes no sense. Why does a farmer give a shit what time of day it is? The farmer just can get up by the time the sun goes up and he can start his day. I really don't understand how that made any sense. Actor says, what I heard was that it started for people in cities going to work, that they didn't need to have their lights on and whatever, it saved power. I know the farmer thing is often said, but the farmer thing makes no sense. It makes far more sense that it was about people going into work and that, businesses not having to keep lights on and stuff when electricity was still hard to produce. And so that makes far more sense than it being farmers. Agnes says, what does God have to do with a super chat? I don't know. Aberjam just daxed himself and probably just again. Andy Trigger said, Bird just seriously call himself God. No, I'm the God Emperor. I'm not God. Andy Trigger says, wow. Number one side by Bird. Dictator of the universe, Bird. He'll kill every one of us. Andy Trigger says, just wow. JP's is lolling. Thomas Potts says, Andy Trigger, he read from his fake sinful Bible. This is not fake, Thomas. It's quite real. It's quite real. You hear that? You hear it? It's real. It's real.
I've been monitoring your communications with Star.
John Araki just donated $1 through Super Chat. Thank you so much, John Araki. Nice pick of the NX01 there. Joseph says 41 watching, 29 likes, up the number. Thank you guys so much. Tubian says, Aberjam, if you keep daxing yourself, you're going to run out of dax. No. You don't run out of dax. Alexander's a bird of prey. Hi, how are you? I'm doing good, Alexander. Alexander, the Minister of Mental Health and Propaganda from Hiroga. Actor says 140 subscribers to 2K. The end is near. Darren Wagner's bird of prey. Nobody cares about daylight savings time in the fall. In mid-July, try to imagine the clocks being 1 hour behind and you'll see why it's done. I don't care. Don't care. So then let's split the difference. Like I said, I don't care. Anti-Trigger was 5 subs away from 14K, meaning everybody start unsubbing. Not with your main accounts, but with all those extra accounts you subscribe to Anti-Trigger, it's time to start unsubbing. Number one sci-fi is Bird of Prey. We just need to yell, "Wake up, bird," every 15 minutes to keep you awake during your 24-hour stream. Carlos says, we already listen to you sleep on some Saturdays. That is true. Anti-Tracker will do a 24-hour stream at 50K and a 48-hour stream at 100K. Come on, you can't do a 48-hour stream. You can't even do. You're in too much pain right now doing a 5-hour stream. How can you commit to doing a 24-hour stream? I'm being real here. I'm being real. I can't commit to doing a 24-hour stream because I don't know I could physically take it. I certainly couldn't take a 48-hour stream. Alexander says, Anti-Tracker, don't give up. Albert Jim says, woot, Anti-Tracker. Rock Solid says it's 6,300 subs away from 15K. Guys, we got to get Rock Solid there before Anti-Tracker. Anti-Tracker says, just put the camera on the Gelogen machine. Darth Maul says, Bird of Prey. Turtestan has a holy trinity. Brawny Man, Mr. Clean, and Charmin. The bear. The Charmin bear. Yeah, the bear. Jock Timbroni says, Anti-Tracker, more like Auntie-Tracker. Oh, it jumped. Jumped. Oh man, we're way up in the chats. Wow. Okay, guys, I'm gonna play a commercial and I'll be right back, and we'll get back to the chats.
You got a date, skin's looking great, cause Clearasil's ace. Face to face. See you at 8, skin's looking great, CJ's the place. Face to face.
Clearasil gives you great-looking skin, even close up. Inside, it kills bacteria to dry the pimple.
Clearasil's ace. Face to face.
Outside, it soaks up all the excess oil.
Feeling first rate, your skin's looking great, cause Clearasil's ace.
Clearasil, for skin that looks great, even close up.
Face to face.
Read about tennis tots, political posters, and the miniseries Shogun, all in the new issue of TV Guide magazine.
I'm Maud Adams. For natural flavor, I like Qat a lot, because Qat beverages are made with real honest-to-goodness fruit, like sweet, juicy oranges, tart lemons and limes, luscious strawberries and raspberries, and succulent grapes. 30 delicious flavors, including diet flavors, non-carbonated flavors, and the best fruit beer you've ever tasted. All natural, all great. Enjoy the good taste of Qat.
Natural tastes better, so it's got to be good. I've been on my feet 6 hours. You know how I feel? I feel like dancing. Sheer energy. It makes me feel like dancing. Sheer energy. It makes my legs feel that good. Sheer Energy pantyhose look terrific. And they stimulate, refresh, and massage my legs. So I really feel like dancing.
Try Sheer Energy, because nothing beats a great pair of legs.
Sears gives your casual wardrobe a fresh spring look with this week's Wardrobe Essentials sale. First denim jeans, now just $9.99. So comfortable they feel as good as they fit. And you save $4.
Those
and
do
a
look
lively spring
comfortable.
shirt for just $5.99. Easy
$5.99.
$3. Shirts in assorted solids and prints. These Wardrobe Essentials are on sale through Saturday. For
Through
super
Saturday.
savings like these, you can count on Sears.
There we go. I'm headed to Sears. Well, I would be. I would be. If I could. If I could. Okay, now where was the chat? Oh, jeez. What was the last thing I said? Anarchist Cookbook. Clock Stopper. Daxed himself. How are my 140 subs to 2K. There we go. Carlo Albanese says, you see, Bird of Prey, when you're nice to the Amazon device, she does everything she can to impress you. Yes. Yes. Thomas is 14,960 subs from 15K. Take that. Star Trek Theory says, there is a dog. There's C on dog. I think you mean there is a dog. Star Trek Theory, there is. It's Sassy, my beagle. She's outside right now. But Sassy is quite cute. Sassy was on camera last week, or the week before that. We had Sassy on camera. Very, very nice doggy. Carlo, excuse me. Rambling Canuck says, hello, Bird of Prey, and all. Welcome, Rambling Canuck. Qapla. Aberdam says, daily sex is a crippling condition. No, that's... Oh, God. It's a crippling condition that causes you to focus on, often causes you to go off. I guess it causes you to lose focus, and often causes you to go cross-eyed. More people should be made aware of the disadvantages of daily sex. Aberjam says, I hate having daily sex. It makes me feel inferior. JP says, decide? Captain Trek, Bird of Prey, someone noticed to put the link in for Darren Wagner book. Very cool. Aberjam says, dyslexia, son of a bitch. Sure, Aberjam, sure. Roxas says, Bird of Prey, F unions. So you don't want union protection, then that's going to happen. Captain Trax says, Bird of Prey, Rambling Canuck, hello, my pain brother. Thomas Potts says, at least Darren wasn't cut off in the video. That's true. That's true. Baby steps. Thomas Potts wants Dear Bob. Alexander says, Bird of Prey, I have a lot of leadership too. Yes, Alexander, you too. Yosef says, you meant interior Aberjam. That's probably what he meant. Aberjam says, F Union sounds like an interesting place to meet. Alexander Brooks says, cool. JP says, Alexander, Aberjam, just as long as there is no union dues. Oh, there's dues. There's always dues. Rocco collects. Carlos says, Bird of Prey, have you ever seen Dragon Ball Z? No, not really, Carlo. I mean, when I was in college, my friends were all into Dragon Ball Z, so I saw an episode here and there, but I was not. That whole anime thing, it doesn't do anything for me. Aberjam says, JP's, Tabernac, I'd buy that for $1. Mike Richards says, Aberjam, remember to bring your Don corns. Don corns? Like Don coms. I don't know. It's like every other word I don't know today. The number one side by Bird of Prey. Here's a description of the episode. When devastating truths behind the Mars attack are revealed, oh my God! Picard realizes just how far many will go to preserve secrets, stretching back generations, while the La Sirena crew grapples with the secrets and revelations of their own. Narissa directs her guards to capture Elnor, setting off an unexpected chain of events on the Borg cube. This proves the link between Star Trek Picard and Star Trek Discovery. We'll see. We'll see. I doubt this proves the link between Star Trek Picard and Star Trek Discovery is on the page as part of the description. Sassy O'Prey just donated $1. Sassy, what did you say? I know it was you who stole my jerky, Joe. This requires revenge. Revenge is a dish best served cold, and it's very cold in space. Sassy does not forgive or forget. Sassy, do you forgive for giving away your jerky? And just to remind you, it wasn't your jerky. I think she does. I can't be sure, but I think she's forgiven me. Okay, she told Mama Frey she forgave me. JP says, Aberjam, I would buy it for $1, or I wouldn't buy it for $1 or a 10-foot pole. JP's is typical God move. Where are we? Josh reads, Bird of Prey, those orphans could be clones of you that will be kid. No. The orphans are not clones. My clones don't go into the mines. Darth Maul's is Bird of Prey. I'm for the Klingon female porn. Nope, that's not going to happen. Could you throw in some Romulan Vulcan females while you're at it? TOS era only. There's not going to be a porn stream of any species. Carlos is Bird of Prey. There's a lot of new orphans here in the mines. They are eager to get to work. I've sent them to work in the not dragon section. See how it goes. I don't know where you think there's a dragon, Carlo. Where would it even have come from? The Epic Beard says, Bird smashed worlds. Therapy, bro. Get some therapy. I am, Epic. I am. Joe Lau says, Bird, the mic is looking salute. The mic is looking salute? Okay. Miss Londell says 113,000 cases out of a world of billions, and everyone is panicking. Alexander's Bird of Prey. My Star Trek theory is that we'll get Borg Asian women because it's the future of the franchise. Very well could be, Alexander. JP's is Bird of Prey. If the world was flat, all the cats would have pushed everything off the edge already. That is a compelling counter to flat Earth theory, let me tell you. Aberjam says, I think God is wearing a pink bunny suit because as the song says, God is a DJ. Shromore is 9 subs away from 4K. Hopefully you'll get in the next few days. Guys, let's help out Shromore. 9 subs, we can help Shromore out. Let's help Shromore out. 9 subs away from 4K. JP uses Bird of Prey. The Great Cat Uprising of 2027. Carlos says, Shromore, it's 8 now. There you go. Number 1 Sci-Fi says, Ireland cancels St. Patrick's Day parade over coronavirus fears. Wow. That's crazy. Shromore Bird of Prey virus lab in Wuhan is across from the market where the virus was first detected. So probably somebody walked out of there with it on them accidentally and then went shopping. Shromore says, thanks to Carlo. JP's is low. Bird said the runs. Alexander Bird of Prey, if we don't have enough toilet paper, we still have posters of Donald Trump to do the job. Wow, Alexander. Harsh. Aberdams is toilet paper. As long as you have 2 hands and a bar of soap, you'll be fine. We need to learn. You see, this is why this Saturday, guys, we're watching Demolition Man. So pay close attention, and we might be able to learn how to use the seashells. Also, sales of bidets are probably going through the roof. Bidets aren't particularly popular in the United States, but they might be really soon. I had no idea what the hell a bidet was. When I went to Europe, I didn't know, was I supposed to piss into that thing? I had no idea. Honestly, I'm still not fully sure how the hell that thing was supposed to work. I don't want to know. Let me be clear. I do not want to know. But I'm like, what the hell is this thing? I'm turning the knob. I'm like, is this a fountain in the bathroom? I don't know. I didn't know. I was 14? I never even heard of a bidet at the time. I didn't know. I was like, what? They're not, the United States at the time, nobody had a bidet. Now, granted, I see bidets for sale on Amazon from time to time or things. You know, I have a friend who sold bidets for some short period. People know what the hell bidets are, at least. Back in 1997, I doubt there was a bidet in all of New York City. Except maybe at some fancy hotel where Europeans stay. Oh, you know what? I think Crocodile Dundee. Did we see a bidet in that? That might have been the first time. I didn't know what it was. I still didn't know what it was. They didn't explain what it was. I pissed into the bidet. I did. I thought it was like a urinal or something. Only once. I read this can't be what this is for. Confessions. Captain Track gets a link to Shronemore's channel. Thank you, Captain Track. JP's is Aberdam or the shower. Just jump in after pooping and you. Oh, no. Epic Beards is Q and God are going to throw down. I'm betting Q There are more Q than God. Average Imp says JP's, I tried that one, but the head kept falling out. Mike Richards says, Alexander, you make a good point. Carlos says, it's just me, or when Bird reads the post you wrote half an hour ago, you forgot what you put and hope it wasn't stupid. Today, I looked over at the kitchen table and I asked Mama Pray, what's that big yellow envelope on the table? She says, I don't know. You ordered it like a month ago and told me you'll look at it later. Of course they... Oh, I'm sorry. This is Captain Baudet. Of course they know what a Baudet is. It's me, an alien with a see-through skull that got to bang Dax. That's Captain Baudet. Bidet. I think it's a little different. It's a little different, Captain. Yeah. Props on Dax, though. As number one sci-fi bird of prey, NASA warns of 4-kilometer planet-killer asteroid currently headed for Earth. Yeah, you know what? Who cares? Who cares? Because the coronavirus is our biggest fear. And this is literally, what is this? The IB Times? NASA warns 4-kilometer planet-killer asteroid currently headed for Earth. Key points. NASA detected a massive asteroid approaching Earth. The approaching asteroid is over 4 kilometers wide. The asteroid could destroy Earth following an impact event. What? NASA's Center for Near-Earth Object Studies is currently tracking a massive asteroid that is expected to approach the planet next month. According to data collected by the agency, approaching the asteroid is big enough to destroy the planet during an impact event. CEOs identified the incoming asteroid as some number. As noted by the agency, this asteroid is currently moving at a speed of almost 20,000 miles per hour. It has an estimated diameter of 4.1 kilometers, the equivalent of 13,451 feet. That makes the asteroid longer than the Hollywood Walk of Fame. If anybody knows how long that is. According to NASA, blah, 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 although armors are not Earth-crossing asteroids, such as Apollo's, they can still approach Earth from dangerous distances. Due to its natural orbit and massive size, it has been classified as a potentially hazardous asteroid. Potentially hazardous, maybe they should have led with that. Asteroids currently defined based on parameters that measure the asteroid's potential to make threatening close approach to Earth. Specifically, all asteroids with a minimum orbit intersection of distance of 0.5 astronomical units or less, and an absolute magnitude of 22 or less are considered potentially hazardous. Wow, only... Oh, 0.05. Excuse me, I thought it said 0.5. It was like 0.5. That's half the distance of the sun. Who gives a shit if an asteroid goes past Venus? But 0.05, that is much, much closer. Okay. Given the asteroid's massive size, it's one of the biggest and most potentially dangerous space rocks listed on the database, spanning several kilometers wide. This asteroid could cause a major impact event. We're not so lucky. We are not so lucky. The asteroid is not going to be the thing to take us out. It will be ourselves one day. So, a little disappointed. But thank you. I do want to hear. I did want to know. No, Dear Bops. We'll get to the Dear Bops. I did want to know about that asteroid. But it's not coming. It's just approaching. It's not going to hit. Alexander's and Mike Richards is also a National Enquirer. JP's is the Epic Beard. I pick Q in less than 35 seconds. Aberjam says, call it's only stupid when Bird paid reads it. Aberjam says, paid FU predictive text. I was wondering why that was in there. Aberjam, it's Double Dax Day. Time for fresh pants. Sassy, who is it, baby? Some guy running down the street. Okay. Joseph says, Bird Prey, don't underestimate my language skills. I can learn as good as ancient Karogan as English. Alexander's bird of prey. That's not the real Bernie Sanders. Never he would push people to do the Momo challenge. Actor says X use X equals per multiplier. In that case, how many pages of Turtistan? Oh, why bother? Thank you. Ozzy bird of prey. I like your on the stop Picard reaction with Anti-Trekker. Are you doing that every episode? I believe so. As long as Anti-Trekker wants to have me back, I will be there. There's 3 episodes left, and I plan to be there. As far as I know, it's yes. Mana Sam. Hello, Mana Sam. God just donated $1. Hey guys, God here. Just want to let you know I'm dropping an asteroid on Earth in a few days. Don't panic. However, this asteroid will only destroy Kuroga. I used the same kind of asteroid on Sodom and Gomorrah. Also, Sassy is waiting to eat Bird Soul. Wow. So the asteroid's going to only destroy Kuroga. I'd like to see that. Mana San says, number 1 sci-fi, how long do we have before the lives are destroyed? To live. How long do we have to live before we're destroyed? Apparently quite a while. Alexander's a bird of prey. Biden hasn't all his head. Sanders still understands what he's saying. That is probably true. Number 1 says Mana San. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I guess I'm a little bit longer. Actor says Joseph Kurogan was spoken with less than 3 teeth in the mouth, written in blood and feces. I don't think you want to learn that. That is fake news. Captain Trax says, average him. I don't think Bird of Prey understands what I mean. Bird of Prey needs to make sure he listens to Loki's Mornings of Mischief. I mean, when he's done with his review. Oh, but I can't listen to Loki on Thursdays because I am either asleep or working on my review. So it's very, very difficult to get there on Thursdays. Carlos's Bird of Prey. New Orphans didn't last long, but I found out it's not a dragon, but it's worse. It's a bunny porn. Can you give me Will's number so his daughter can kill it? Thanks in advance. I will, Kuroga text you that. The Epic Beard says asteroid's heading for Earth. Oh, Sassy. It's a train, Sassy. It's a train. They come by twice an hour. Sometimes more. Where are we? Carlos says Bird Prey new. I read that. Epic says the asteroid headed for Earth. You say, send Bird the ship and the general direction. The problem is solved. Thank you. Mana Sam says, and yet now Dax is married to Spock's son. Q just donated $1. Hey guys, Q here. Just wanted to let you know I threw in inescapable supernova the size of Hobus into God's domain. Don't worry, you can still go to hell if you want, and this won't affect you humans at all. Man, this is some celestial being war we have going on. Causes the orphans didn't last long. Okay, Mana Sam. Okay, I'm skipping to the App Bird of Prey 5 comments, guys, because I want to get to the Dear Bops. So please, again, if you want me to read your comment, you can put it in again, but just at Bird of Prey 5, and I will read it. Thomas Potts, I am the God Emperor at Bird of Prey 5. Carlos's Bird of Prey didn't start in Germany to save power. Didn't it start in Germany to save power before the war, and the rest of the world used to reduce the amount of light at nighttime so the planes would have a hard time bombing in war? No. I'm sorry, they didn't use it to at nighttime so planes would have a hard time bombing. They could just change the hour the planes flew. That doesn't make any sense. It had to do with the energy being used in cities during the war. Whatever the reason, that was the reason. That's how it started, and it is totally useless now. It no longer serves its function. Joseph's bird is about an hour behind in chats. Well, we're skipping some. And now bird is about an hour. Okay. John Araki says Dax Light savings time. Alexander's Bird of Prey, the hour change has been done by Germany during World War I. The goal was to mix up the enemy with the hour beginning of their strike side. I don't think that was it. I'll have to double check. Ozzy says Bird of Prey is 3 days behind. Antrax says Bird of Prey, we can't take 48-hour anti-tracker stream. I'd much rather watch your channel on commercials for 48 hours. So thank you. Yeah, the commercials are from the 70s and 80s, and a couple are from the 90s. I have a couple more to add in. I forgot to do it, though. But I have them. John DeMarco says, according to Voyager, the dinosaurs did have a space program. That's true. I did not like that retcon of Earth. That humans were not the first sentient species on Earth. Rock Solid says, Bird of Prey, have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? Not that I know of. You might get to Dear Bob by the end of the month. Carlos is one scope for wipe, one for polish, Bird of Prey. You don't know how the 3 shells work. I don't. I'm not going to ask Amazon how to use a bidet. It's so Prey, Mom. Can you get it? Shramore says, I believe the bidets were for washing your feet. Rockstar says, Bird of Prey, breaking news. Travolta hospitalized for potential COVID-19. He had chills that were multiplying. He was losing control. Doctors now confirm he just had Saturday night fever and is staying alive. I believe that, too. JP says, Bird of Prey, oh damn, bidets are great. They make you feel clean. And oh boy, so much more. Actors says, Bird of Prey, if you could choose what place on Earth the asteroid hits, where should it hit? Well, if it's a planet killer, it shouldn't hit anywhere. Thomas is saying, okay, everybody's saying, wow. Shrum says, Bird of Prey, my plans to use harsh language to keep coronavirus at bay seems to be working. No virus yet. F off virus. Works like a charm and keeps the neighbors at bay. Josh, when will Bird of Prey get to Dear Bob's at 7:01 bird time? Holy crap, it is. Holy crap, it is. Lori Roberts says hi to God. Welcome, Lori Roberts. Applause. I'm not God. I'm just saying hello. Darren Wagner says, Bird of Prey, I always taught that daylight saving time came about from agriculture. Farmers need to like to work the fields longer. And Darren, I understand that a lot of people have been told that. I have been told that too. But that makes 0 sense. The farmers don't give a shit what time is on the clocks. The farmers look when the sun is up and they go out and they do their thing. Whether that's 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. or 5 a.m., they don't care. Farmers don't have to be anywhere at any specific time. The only thing that makes any logical sense is city workers who were working based on stock markets and other, normal business hours. Indie Tiger just donated $5 super chat. Daylight saving goes to show how the government will continue programs long after its usefulness has passed. Social programs are at their finest, indeed. Rock says, just imagine how far Bird of Prey would be if not for daylight saving. Sci-Fi named Bird of Prey, linked to the origin of daylight savings time in U.S. history. Okay. Let's see. I don't know if I trust this site. Only if it agrees with. I can tell you I really don't trust this site. It's not centered. It looks like it was made in 1996. Daylight has long been U.S. and many European countries since World War I. At the time, it was an effort to conserve fuel needed to produce electric power. Okay, that had nothing to do with farmers. Germany and Austria took the time of 4 o'clock, began savings time up to 11 p.m. on April. I don't give a shit about the details. Advancing the hands of clocks 1 hour until October. Countries immediately adopted this in 1906. Belgium, Denmark, France, Italy, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Norway, Portugal, Sweden, Turkey, Tasmania. Tasmania isn't a country. Well, maybe it was at the time. Nova Scotia and Manitoba adopted it as well. with Britain following suit 3 weeks later, and Australia and Newfoundland beginning saving daylight. The plan was not formally adopted in the U.S. until blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm not going to read all this, but it's clearly about saving fuel, not about farmers. So. During World War II, President Franklin D. Roosevelt instituted year-round daylight saving time, called wartime, from February 9th, 1942 to September 30th, 1945. That's what we need then. We need year-round. We'll call it wartime. Whatever. It caused confusion for the broadcasting manager. I don't. Just give me the answer. Just give me the answer. Anyway, let's get to. Let me see what we. I gotta log into Dear Bop. So give me a minute for that. Okay. Okay, we got our Dear Bops up. Let's check out the chat again. Son of a bitch. Aberjim, give it 6 months. Everyone will be all smug and happy they have an extra hour in bed. That's what bothers me. Nobody stays mad. I'm the only one. Okay, guys, so we're at Dear Bop. Yes, we're at Dear Bop. I'll put the chat up. Darren says, Bird Prey, you're wrong about farmers. Farmers care about what time it is on the clock? Okay. I will look it up later. I always figured farmers would just look at the time of the day, at the sun, and make their decisions accordingly. Why would a farmer give a shit about an artificial construct such as the time of day? Okay, this was the test bop, the test Dear Bop, so that worked. So, Dear Bop, I've been hesitant in transitioning for fear of what people would think of a powerful Starfleet captain who has championed women's rights, now becoming a man. My physical form is already close to the appearance of male. Should I commit myself to become a man? Sincerely, Captain Crandall, formerly known as Catherine Janeway. Captain Crandall, you should just be whatever you feel like being. There's a doctor on Deep Space Nine, Dr. Bashir. I don't know if he's still there, but you can find him. He does great work. I know a Ferengi who's highly recommended him. So if you choose to transition fully, look up Dr. Bashir. Best in the business. At least as far as we know. You've got to make that decision for yourself, Captain. But I would say yes, you probably should. Dear Bop, it's me again, the worthless hack YouTuber who talked way too much shit about being able to beat another channel 10,000 slob subscribers and got my ass spanked worse than little Mike Bloomberg. Wow. I'm truly lost. Even my own content on my channel sucks. Well, I should say it sucks more than it usually does, but my content normally sucks anyways because of my opinions, the wild, the she-males. Wait, what? Oh, my content always sucks anyway because my opinions are always so wrong about things like coffee, Star Trek, Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and she-males. I'm working on shutting down my channel since I can't even match that poopy guy, what that poopy guy does. I mean, I suck so bad that even a piece of shit mops the floor with me. Wow. What I need to know is to make sure my channel is good and killed. Do I upload your I like to have sex with transsexuals video? I like ladyboys video? Or do you have another suggestion, Soft Putty? You should just upload anti-Trekker live streams. That will fill your channel. Definitely. Zelda. Fine, Zelda. Excuse me, Zelda. Bird of Prey. Cinnabon says, Bird of Prey jumping forward 1 hour every year helps farmers teach the animals. Well, life is short. Oh my god. Darren says nobody cares about DST in the fall. In fact, they like it. I disagree. I don't like it anytime. He says Zelda. Yeah, so upload anti-tracker live streams. Those will kill your channel. Just, you have to keep them up. You can't unlist them. See, anti-tracker unlists them, so that's why he doesn't feel the pain so much. But if you keep them live, and listed, that will be the quickest way to kill your channel, soft buddy. And I'm quite sad that you're choosing to kill the channel, but if you've got to do it, that's the quickest, easiest way. Dear Bob, we missed Cinema Saturday, one Star Trek movie, Galaxy Quest. Can you put it on the next list? 205. Yeah, I will put it. I will do my best to remember to put it on the next list, for sure. Thank you, 205. Yeah, I should have had Galaxy Quest on there. Dear Bob, today I come to a meeting of your premature ejaculator support group, but the meeting is tomorrow. What advice can you give? I gave you this advice last time. Get a goddamn calendar. Okay, use Google Calendar or Outlook Calendar, any calendar, or just write it in a book. I used to do it myself. I used to write these things down. I used to have a Google Calendar, an Outlook Calendar. It's modern miracle. They work really well. They'll send you an email or a text message or a notification on your phone. I usually set it for 4 days before the event and then several hours before the event, so I don't forget. Dear Bob, my research staff has brought me your video entitled California Girls. We are hoping for Raquel Welch from 1 million years BC, not Margaret Hamilton from The Wizard of Oz. Are you trying to deceive us? We are not amused. Signed, Emperor Zoltar. Emperor Zoltar, I think you missed the point of California Girls. Number one cyber Bird of Prey showing up here. No. I used to do it myself. Yeah, so Emperor Zoltar, whoever you are, yeah, no, you just missed the point. California Girls, my rendition speaks for itself. Oh, that's Calendar Girl. Whatever. Close enough. Dear Bob, how can I stop the shrimp from falling off the Barbie? I'll get Ozzy O'Prey. And I'll take his accent too. I'll dial Ozzy. Hello, Ozzy. Yeah, it's your cousin, Bird O'Prey 5. I'm perfectly mirroring your accent, yeah. How the ruse? Oh, fight. How the dingoes? The dingoes ate the ruse. No, that's terrible. What about the koalas? Oh, stay away from the koalas. Yeah, no, I have a question. How do I stop the shrimp from falling off the Barbie? Really, you say? You don't say. No Fosters. I know you guys don't drink that shot. No, there's no Fosters. I know, that's stuff for us Americans to think. I know. Really? That's, do you say that's not a knife? You do? Excellent. Thank you. By the way, what way does the water go in your toilet? I'll wait. You don't have to piss, just flush the toilet. Clockwise, you say. Proof. Thank you. Yes, Qapla. Yeah, okay. It's weird, but when I talk to somebody on the phone, I take their accents. So, Ozzy O'Prey. First off, Darren, he says it goes clockwise, so flat Earth disproven. But most important, he says you keep the shrimp from falling off the Barbie with a big knife. Usually, anybody at the party pulls out a knife, and each one says to the next one with the next biggest knife, "That's not a knife." And then they throw out their bigger knife. And the person with the biggest knife, and this is not a euphemism for, manhood size, but it's just the knife. It's just a knife. So the guy with the biggest knife holds the shrimp on the Barbie with his knife until they feel it cooked. So there you go, straight from Ozzy O'Prey. How to cook like an Australian. Jeff Franklin says, greetings in Qapla. Josh Street says, bird of prey just got Sis O'Prey fired. Darren says, bird of prey. Fawson is Australian for piss. Darren says, but water travels in either direction anywhere on the planet. Aberjam says, if that was my accent, bird of prey, I'd be glad you took it off of me. Star Trek Theory's got a big knife, but he doesn't know how to use it. Just watch Crocodile Dundee. You'll get lessons. Dear Bob, I asked a homeless woman if she could take me home. She smiled at me and said yes. She got pissed, however, when I walked off with her cardboard box. I did not get it. She said yes. If I could take her home. Har. So you stole a homeless woman's box. I know it's a joke. See, this is when sometimes yes means no. This is how that confusion starts. Darren says I didn't say planet, I said plane. Oh, you're right. My bad. Water travels in either direction anywhere on the plane. Aberjam says if it was my accent, yeah, I'd be glad you took it. Stop stealing boxes from homeless people. Dear Bob, do I really need to wash my hands after Gelogia? Even if I wash my jewel crowns daily, it's a real hassle. It helps. I mean, I'm not going to say you're forced to, but I would strongly recommend it. And I keep thinking of the joke that my friend told me, and I don't remember which branch is of the military, but I'll just say that, like a sailor from the Navy and a Marine go in the bathroom. The sailor, uses the urinal and washes his hands. The Marine uses the urinal and doesn't wash his hands. So the sailor says to the Marine, in the Navy, they taught us to wash our hands. And the Marine says to the sailor, in the Marines, they taught us not to piss on our hands. I don't know. I always remembered that one. So that's your answer. If you're in the Navy, yes, wash your hands. If you're in the Marines, you don't have to. Dear Buck, what do you think is worse, coronavirus or Star Trek Discovery? Oof. That's a hard one. I will say less people have died from Star Trek Discovery. So, even though I want to say coronavirus is worse, just by the hard numbers, technically coronavirus is worse. Now, what will be worse long term for the general well-being of the planet? 5, 10, 50, 100 years from now, probably coronavirus will have a less negative effect. Probably Star Trek Discovery will end up being worse for the human race in the long run. But for the time being, for the short term, coronavirus is definitely worse. Once season 3 begins, all bets are off. Dear Bob, I hate the police and their double standards. I am in serious troubles now. I surprised the robber and shot him dead. As a good person, despite being a filthy thief, I wanted to pay respect. But the jerks in uniform here were not so understanding. It seems like you burn a body at a crematorium and you're being respectful friend. Do it at home and you're destroying evidence. I gotta tell you, if you were in Quiroga, you would have got a medal. You would not be facing arrest. I think you did the right thing. Probably, though, you should have just buried the body in a shallow grave. Don't try cremating at home. It's far more difficult. You gotta get things so hot. It really just turns out to be a terrible mess. Shallow grave, that works just fine. And if you can dig deeper, that's even better. That was your only mistake. Don't try the cremation at home. Dear Bob, I met a beautiful girl. Unfortunately, I started with an almost lie, and now I'm afraid she's going to find out. I told her I work with animals. She told me she supports PETA. Now I have to tell her I'm a butcher, meat boy. Best you don't tell her the truth until after, you guys seal the deal. And then you tell her the truth. And then it'll just depend which she prefers more. And if you're lucky, I guess she won't care. But if you're not, then it wasn't meant to be. Just hold off a little longer. I'm sure you'll find the right time soon enough. Dear Bob, my husband is mad that I have no sense of direction, so I picked up my stuff and write. Mama Pray's laughing. Dear Bob, my husband is mad that I have no sense of direction, so I packed up my stuff and right as opposed to left. Okay, I get it. Har, har, har. Lost. Well, I guess your husband was right. Lost. By the way, it was a terrible show. And blame you. Dear Bob, hello kiddo, it's your Uncle Paulie. That little favor your mother asked me for, yeah, it's done. I won't say too much, but let's just say that the rat that was bugging you has a pair of matching legs now. He won't be limping far. 400-pound mistake my ass. Let me know if he bothers you again. I'll take a hammer to his piano and knock out all the keys, if you know what I mean. Wink. Take it easy, Bambino, and say hi to your mother for me. Hello, mother. I highly suspect that that's probably not from Uncle Paulie. He knows better to send communications under an unsecured channel. Although he could have coded it. Number one, sci-fi says the plane, boss. What did I say? Wesley, Bird of Prey, did I miss all the Dear Bobs? No, Wes, you missed about 4 of 20-something. Darren Wang, Bird of Prey, Marines drink from toilets like Tommy Dreamer. Wesley, Bird of Prey, greetings, birds, turds, and Dear Bob, greeting, Wes. Indie Tiger says that piss joke is from a Steve McQueen movie. Okay, well, I didn't hear it from the movie. Averages is Bird of Prey. With Marines, I'd be less concerned of them washing off the piss than cleaning all the other... Wow. Averages is philosophy. Shagger first, come clean later. Indeed. God damn it. Anytime I bring my fingers down, all my windows close. I hate it. I tried to disable that gesture, but I have to disable all gestures. So yeah, I'm sorry. That's not Uncle Paulie. Dear Bob, I need your help. I really don't understand women. Oh, you came to the right person. My girlfriend's dog died, so I tried to cheer her up by getting an identical one. It just made her more upset. She screamed at me. What am I supposed to do with 2 dead dogs? That is terrible. That is funny, but it's not a request for help. Maybe I should do open joke night instead of Dear Bop, so we can separate the people who just want to try their hand at being a comedian versus those who actually need help. If anybody out there does. Dear Bop, the great leader, it's me, one of your guards in the mines. Can orphans eat at a family restaurant? In theory, yes. Even though they don't have a family, they're a family of orphans. So we would let them eat at a family restaurant. In practice, they don't have the money to. They smell quite bad. And frankly, they're too busy with work. And they don't even know that family restaurants exist. To them, their life is just the mines. If it's not uranium, they don't even know it really exists. So let's not let them know about the life on the outside thing. We'll keep that to ourselves. It's really what's best for them. They would be so depressed knowing everything they're missing. Dear Bob, I have a friend and he keeps saying he's a god and wants everyone to follow what his Bible says. Is there anything I can do to set him back on the right path of nerdom? Signed, DC. P.S. What out I heard Harvey has asked you to let him out, so he might promise you anything you want to free him. Yeah, if Harvey promises me the right things, I will do my best to free him. Unfortunately, as I can't walk, I can't personally free Harvey, but I will try. Wesley says, I bet the first 4 were mine. Well, you can always rewind, Wes. So anyway, DC, if you have a friend who thinks he's God and wants everyone to follow what his Bible says, make sure the Bible is real. He probably has a fake Bible, but if his Bible is as real as the Karoga Bible, and it clearly says, can you even see this? I don't know. It even says the Karoga Bible right on it by Berto Gray 5. It says it on the thing. You can open it. You can find prayers. You can find a lot of secret histories. The true kings of England. There's some weird stuff in here. Hollywood's highest paid celebrities, 2018. Interesting. The recipe for beagle bites. That's not. How did that get in there? And what else we got here? An uncensored photo of Mrs. Anti-Tracker. Very interesting. I had no idea she had such a beautiful face. And let's see what we got here. Curry macaroni and cheese recipe. Interesting. A lot of turmeric. And here, How the World Ends. It's right at the end of the book. So it's a real Bible. So I would check, make sure if they have a real Bible, maybe your friend isn't crazy. You might want to consider following them. Well, that's all I can say. Dear Bob, hey, I just seen that a-hole that won't let me have fun with Human sent you a message about me. Can you hurry up and free me so I can have fun in Karoga? Signed, Harvey. P.S. How did he find out I asked you to free me? Well, I probably told him, Harvey. Also, Harvey, you need to understand, I'm physically incapable of coming down to Xanadu to freeing you. So it's not going to be me, but maybe like my Uncle Paulie or somebody can get down there. However, your idea of fun in Karoga, I think we agreed that you were going to have fun in Kurdistan. That was the condition for freeing you. You were not allowed to visit Karoga at any point in time. So I think you need to remember what we agreed before Cousin Paulie comes visit. And make sure you get Doomcock all good and drunk the night before. I don't want him awake. And Cousin Paulie can do a lot, but it's just better Doomcock is out of it. He's passed out because of how angry he is over Star Trek Picard or something. That would work out better for all of us. Number one, sci-fi is Bird of Prey. Those pages are clearly blank. It's a fake! They're not blank, man. I'll tell you. I mean, there is ample use of white space, but here, I can prove to you. I can prove to you that there's writing here. Okay? And I don't want you to see it because this is an ancient Kurogen, and if you read you remember Deep Space Nine, what happened when Gul Dukat tried to read from the book that only Kai Wynn was allowed to read from, and the Pirates took away Dukat's sight for like a month or something. You don't want that to happen to you. So now I'm not saying I'm Pirate. I'm not. I'd be closer to a prophet. But you guys, it would be quite dangerous if you were ever able to glance upon the full word, the unencrypted word of ancient Kurogen. It would be somewhere between Gul Dukat losing his eyesight and Indiana Jones when the Ark of the Covenant was opened. So this is merely for your safety that I'm being so protective. That was the first page that I had translated, by the way. That's why you could read it. So Harvin, get Doomcock good and drunk, and we'll get Uncle Paulie over there. Dear Bob, I did the Momo challenge. Momo is not a virgin anymore. Oh my God. Lots of blood and tears, but it should be all okay now. Well, okay, well, maybe the Momo challenge will stop bothering all of us, and they'll only bother you. Dear Bob, I walk into a hotel and I really need to pee, but all I see is a bidet. Can you please give me instructions ASAP? Hurry, it's starting to leak out. Also, I need to poo. What do I do next? Legs crossed, ankles. Well, feel free to just piss into the bidet. I mean, it's all pipes. It's really not the biggest deal. It's just turn the water on afterwards, rinse it down. Nobody will ever know you did it unless you confess 30 years later for some reason. But if you gotta poop, you gotta find the toilet. Now, if there's a bidet, I'd say there's a 82% chance there's a toilet very close by. Usually next to the bidet. In my experience, the toilet is usually to the left of the bidet. So even if you don't see it, it's possibly an invisible toilet. So just squat about 1 meter to the left of the bidet, and it's probably cloaked or something, but you just use the invisible toilet and just go. Just let it happen, go naturally, and you'll be fine. I hope it's left. Is it my left or your left? It's your left. Dear Bob, I was recently watching a live stream and saw an ad for pantyhose. Oh, I saw that ad too. She was hot. In that ad, they said pantyhose could get you dancing. Have you tried using pantyhose to help you not only walk again, but dance the cha-cha? Frank from the block. You know, that's not a bad idea. The problem is I don't think they sell those pantyhose. Do they still sell pantyhose and eggs, Mama Pray? They're like a half an egg, like the pantyhose they used to sell in the 1980s. Whatever it was. Yeah, I don't think they sell those anymore. That's the problem. Because they do. If they can make you dance, they could probably make me walk. Also, I don't know if they have them in my size. Dear Bob, how do I get myself into these situations? One of the other candidates in the presidential primaries, when he is not pointing at trees and laughing at clouds, he keeps sniffing my hair. It didn't have much to do with it. It don't have much, but it's unnerving. The thing is, I don't know how to tell him no. What should I do? Your buddy, Anonymous Bernie S. Just let him sniff the hair, Bernie. He'll tire himself out. And in 15 minutes, he'll be sleeping. He'll be sleeping like Sassy. Just let them sniff the hair. You don't have a hell of a lot. I mean, I'm not one to talk, but let's be honest. Not like you have Trump hair. You've got Bernie hair. Aberjam says, Bird of Prey, somewhat apropos Kurogan Bible at the end of the world comes right after the curry recipe. That's true. Indy Tire, Bird of Prey, you should put the end of the world at the beginning of the book so we can get there faster. John DeMarco, Bird is Pare, confirmed. JP's is Bird of Prey, oh great, you just admitted you're a wormhole alien. I said I'm closer to a prophet. Darren Wagner, Bird of Prey, back in the 70s, 80s, my mom used to give me her pantyhose eggs to play with. I kept action figures in them. Maybe that's where you started believing the earth was flat, because one side was rounded and the other side wasn't. I could see that. I mean, I don't think Mama Prey ever gave me pantyhose eggs, but I could see I could make a spaceship out of that. You know, remember when you were a kid and you used to make a spaceship out of everything? Like when I was a kid, like the remote control, I would just be flying it around for like an hour. I'd fly around the remote control. I'm like, ooh, it's a spaceship. And I would think it's the whale probe or it's whatever. And then I'd have my Star Trek micro machines. And then I'd have them in the other hand, and they'd go pew, 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 pew. And, like, the remote's coming. And then the IR sensor on the front of the remote, that was like the photon torpedo launcher. Pew, 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 pew. And, there we go. We're in orbit. We're in orbit of planet Microphone 1. Our mission is to destroy all enemy vessels. Like, honestly, as a kid, you could do that for an hour, maybe 2. I miss those days. Darren says, Bird of Prey, it's beneath you to mention your globe as an intro to every reaction. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Your globe, like it's mine. Number 1 sci-fi, Bird of Prey, so when are you going to start selling remote control spaceships? That's a good question. John DeMarco says, Star Trek, micro machines, good times. They are. I still have some. Aberjams is giving your son pantyhose eggs is a pathway to abilities that some may consider unnatural. That is true. Star Trek Theory, I had the battery door as a docking bay, and the batteries are shuttles. Damn it, sci-fi Star Trek Theory. That's a great idea. I don't think I ever got that far. No. Shuttles. Man. Star Trek Theory, he's doing next level stuff. So you're all set. Just let it happen. Dear Bob, I have a suspicion that the so-called daylight saving time is an evil ploy by Kurdistan to soften up Kuroga for invasion. Do you think this is true? And if so, how are you preparing Kuroga for the attack? A sleep-deprived citizen. We are preparing we are not going to ever do daylight saving time again in Kuroga. We're staying at this time. It's always going to be 7:44 p.m. at this time every day in Kuroga forever. That's it. It's done. So they think they can weaken us. They cannot. Dear Bob, I am literally dying in the amount of time you took to read this. Literally dying, I say. Well, to be honest, you are. Everybody is literally closer to death in the time it took to read this. It's just, did you ever think to wonder that you have a set amount of time on this earth and you are sitting down watching me in my third hour possibly? Second hour, well into my second hour of live streaming, that you have such limited time on this earth, but you've put over 2.5 hours possibly today alone, into watching me. God bless you guys. And Bird bless you guys. Thank you guys so much. I actually feel like I'm stealing your life forces. I'm starting to feel like I'm becoming a supervillain. Number 1 sci-fi bird of prey. Have you ever accidentally, or even on purpose, swallowed a battery or marble or anything else you want to elaborate on? Swallowed? No. The weirdest thing I ever remember doing was taking if you had the Bazooka Joe bubble gum and had the little Archie comic. Well, I wrapped that up into a tight little ball, and I sniffed it up my nose. And I remember telling Mama Prey, and I don't know how long it took us, but she had me blowing my nose for hours, 20 minutes, an hour, God only knows. And finally it came out. I don't know what possessed me to want to sniff the comic strip up my nose, but that's what I did. I don't believe I swallowed anything. I don't believe I ever swallowed a marble or a coin or anything like that. Not on purpose or accidental. Bird is stealing life force confirmed. Bird is actually Emperor Palpatine. Wow. It's better than watching coronavirus panic news. That's true. Indie Tiger, this just in. Bird admits he succumbed. He's a succubus alien from a wormhole. And number 1 sci-fi bird of prey. So you started sniffing very young, you say? Yeah, I did. I still sniff things like foam. Oh, I love the smell of foam. Also, fresh carpet. And you guys are gonna laugh. No, I love the smell. Like when I got carpet in the house, I'd get on the floor, and I'd sniff it. I know there's probably tons of chemicals from China in it, but damn, that was good stuff. Aberjam's bird of prey. From this day, henchers shall be known as Bubblegum Joe. There are worse things to be known as than Bubblegum Joe. You know what? I'll take it. Dear Bob, I wish to become a priest in the Church of Quiroga. Can you assist me in doing so? Yours truly, Alexander Poulet-Roberge. Alexander, as a minister of Quiroga, you already have the priest title. So, mission accomplished. You are entitled, you don't get a copy of the Bible. You'll just have to take my word for what it says. But you technically have the title of priest. Number 1 sci-fi bird loves the sniff foam. Confirmed. No, it's not stinky. Those things smell great. Star Trek Theory, I got to go into this mall. Take care, Star Trek Theory. Wesley, bird of prey, I was gone for a second. I hear Bird says he likes to sniff carpets. I did. I mean, fresh carpet smells. It's amazing. Hey there, little Joey. It's your Uncle Paulie again. You want me to talk to that Doomcock friend of yours? I can show him that the bottom of the river looks like. Just say the word. Stay safe, kiddo, and say hi to your mother for me. Paulie, you don't want to hurt Doomcock. Set phasers to stun. It's just Harvey. We need to free Harvey. But let Doomcock be. He'll be. When you get the word, Doomcock will be so drunk and knocked out, you'll probably be able to walk right past him. He won't even notice. And God forsake, if you got to take a weapon with you, Paulie, take a golf club or something that's not deadly. Don't take the guns. Okay, so that brings. Oh, we got one more. One more. Dear Bob, sniff this. Boom. It seems like a trick. That seems like a trick. So we've gotten to the end of the Dear Bops. And I think that brings us pretty close. Pretty close to the end of the stream, guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed the stream. We talked about Max. We talked about virus. We did our Dear Bops. Did a little news. You guys learned a little bit about me. Some weird things I did as a kid. Epic, if it bird ate paste too. No, I never ate paste. I never ate paste. I don't understand why people would eat paste as a kid. It always was confused me. Dear Bob, Q here. You can thank the selfish wannabe omnipotent God for your limited lifespans. Personally, I liked you puny humans. I'd given you very long lifespans. Wow. So Q would have given us very long lifespans. Next time you feel down and out, blame him for all your ills. Oh, a lot of us do. A lot of us do. Thank you, Q, for that donation. There is the chats. There they are. A bird was a weird kid. Indeed, I was, Wes. Kevin Katz is Wesley. About 20 years ago, I was the one crawling on the floor high. John DeMarco says not much has changed. Yeah. Average invertebrate, I would imagine anything is deadly in Uncle Paulie's hands. That's true. Wesley says, was that all the deer bops? Yes, there was over 24 or 25 deer bops, Wes. Epic says Q for President 2020. Simon A. Vertebrate Kuroga National Anthem is the best anthem. You know what? Let's go out on the Kuroga National Anthem. Thank you, Sci-Fi Nation. So here is the Kuroga National Anthem. And then we're going. Bird is a weird adult. So that's also true. Take care, guys. Oh, hail, great Kuroga, the land of Jaloja. Hail, mighty leader, the great bird of praise. We kick the fannies of foul Turdistanis. We found all your orphans and took them away. We give our orphans love and care. Try to deny it if you dare. We give them shelter that's close to the mind. Mighty leader does the greatest strength. He's the answer to Kuroga's dream. Sweeter than sugar and fresher than pines. We love building bridges through valleys and ridges. We bow at the feet of the great Mama Brig. All hail Kuroga, the land of Jaloja. Our wheelchairs are fast and our beds fold in two. We like to drive around in Jeeps. We love the way it hoots and beeps. Going real fast makes sassy Aru. All hail our mighty Lord and King, great ruler over everything. All hail Kuroga, Jaloja will reign. That's some fancy singing. Fancy songing. Wesley says Bird can't sing any tune. Thank you, Aberjan McClunky. Darth Maul says, damn, this will be the streams. I'm loving it. If this will be the streams, I'm loving it. This is pretty much a typical stream. This is a pretty typical stream. Anyway, guys, good night. Qapla, and take care. I will, tomorrow is Besiege. Tomorrow we play Besiege. Wednesday's Deep Space Nine. Thursday's Picard. Obviously, I'll be up early on Anti-Trigger stream. Friday will be another Bedlife. And Saturday will be Cinema Saturday for Demolition Man. And if you want to vote on the movie for after Demolition Man, go to Bert'llPray5.com. At the bottom of the page, there's a vote for the next movie. That'll be on March 21st, I believe. And, yeah, you have a say. Good night, all. Qapla.